Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it seems that the far left are eating each other, like hippos on hippos with any type of scrumptious meat that lies in their way, or a very big person looking at a cake and thinking it's delicious and they can't help themselves but eat it. Well, this is what's going on here with the far left, except with them, it always seems to be deemed with violence. As you can see there in the video, it didn't seem like they were very fond of each other. Well, there's a lot more news because apparently some people got injured. Take a look.
The BRAWL party says he is going to call an emergency meeting on their state executive committee to address the issues on Ward 10's convention yesterday. That is video from the neighborhood news outlet Wedge Live. It shows the conflict at the Ward 10 DFL endorsing convention in Minneapolis yesterday. Supporters of current city council member Aya Shugtai and challenger Nazri Warsame clashed as they vied for the DFL endorsement. Warsame supporters eventually stormed the stage, stopping the meeting. Officers were called out, but say the fighting was over by that time. No arrests were made. One woman was treated for an injury. DFL Party Chair Ken Martin wrote on Twitter last night that he will be proposing a bylaw to ban individuals engaged in violent assaults from the DFL party and will then take immediate actions to remove the folks involved in.
Yeah, so they can't even stand themselves, and they have to go and attack each other. Now, I don't think this actually happens very much on the right, at least in terms of when we do these type of things. Most of the time when this is happening, if there's a brawl, there is a leftist being completely insane, and then the right only are pretty much going after them in self-defense for the most part. But this is not happening to most of the right things. I think they're eating each other more than the right is. Now, granted, we have some more infighting and stuff like that on our side, and to be honest, that's not good. But our infighting has a lot to do with, some of the things that have to do with, not really with our ideals or the way we do things, but rather more of the sense of people lying, people being sheep, become chameleons, or what have you, and this is just kind of like where that goes. These people actively have the same type of ideals, and they're still fighting each other like rabid dogs in a street, and that's kind of a concern. Well, it's kind of similar things that happens with, with these people. I think this is a constant thing. These people go out and try to be expected to be praised, except they're booed into oblivion like these guys here.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck out of here! No, get the fuck out of here! Yo, I feel bad for her, bro.
Yeah, so you can see it's not really all great and handsome stories because it's not perfect. And I can see here to where this can be somewhat of an issue or a problem or what have you. And the people, I think the majority of people are just hate them. I don't know if this is really their group of people or rather, but they went to a place that the others would enjoy their company or what have you, and that was the exact opposite. And here we have another group of people where they wanted free handouts or what have you, and they didn't go quite the way they wanted to, and it seems like there's been a bit of a rage going on. This is a constant thing that I've been seeing here.
Order!
Yeah, so it seems like this type of stuff is just a constant overarching thing, and we seem to where a lot of these Democrats or people go to these either to these places or public events or whatever, where they meet normal people that are not bloody insane, end up being horrendously booed and disliked. yelled at, stuff like that. And this is a common thing because you have to understand that I don't think that they probably do understand, but they probably don't even realize that these people are insane. And well, not really. The people that they're not necessarily insane. The people that the majority of America, I think, that are just normal people just going along with their lives, and then they go there to try to push a political ideology, especially at a like musical concert, no less. And you expect like good things to happen. It's just insanity because people don't go there for politics; they go for the show, and you push politics into their faces, and people get angry for it. And anywhere else that they go, they think they're also facing pretty big backlash. The shocking video shows that the chaos first started with intense booing as team members for incumbent Ward 10 council member Aisha Chugtai and her team took the stage at Ella Baker of Global Studies and Humanities Magnet School in hopes of obtaining the endorsement of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. The fracas took a sharp turn after one woman challenger Nazari Warson's team aggressively rushed toward a Chunchi supporter while shouting and pointing. Other supporters from Warson's camp quickly followed suit and formed a mosh beneath the school stage. The clash between camps, demonstrated by Chungtai's signature yellow shirts and Warson's blue signs, bled onto the stage, with the same Warson supporter who initiated the melee belligerently slamming a table that was to be used for the endorsement proceedings. This is embarrassing. We are shutting this down. This is no longer safe. Convention chair Sam Doughton said officially adjourning the convention with a gavel slam. Despite hearing reports of several injuries and fights, Minneapolis police declined to make any arrests, a spokesperson told the Star Tribune. Well, it might be a good idea to maybe do arrests. That might be the very first great start, but you know, what do I know? Cops said at least one person was taken to the hospital with no life-threatening injuries, while another was treated at the scene. Warson claimed that two members of his team were sent to the hospital with injuries sustained in the scuffle. While campaign manager has been assaulted by one of the other campaign staff members, and he's now being transported to the hospital by an ambulance, the candidate claimed in a Facebook post. Churchill released a formal statement blaming Warson for citing the incident. She claimed that his campaign physically assaulted over a dozen volunteers, punched multiple women of color on her team, and shoved at and harassed LGBTQ whatever type of letters, delegates, and supporters. Today, during the Ward 10 convention, well, I guess it would be a war in this sense, the Natural War Same campaign continually made people feel unsafe. They intimidated delegates and alternates, harassed and threatened DFL volunteers, and assaulted me and any supporters, Chachai said. The DFL said Saturday evening War Same supporters were to blame for the incident. Ken Martin, the DFL's chairman, said that the party will work with Minneapolis to determine next steps in the aftermath. Harassment and violence are unacceptable, and we expect candidates and their campaign teams to work hard to curb such behavior when it comes to their supporters, staffers, or volunteers. Warsay and his team took the opposite approach in today's convention by escalating the situation and encouraging conflict. Well, I think that just your base in general, like the people that vote for you, the people that like you, are just aggressive, violent people in general. They don't seem to be very rational or calm people at all, and when things go like that, it seems that they seem to go towards violence. But we're not surprised by this. We see the far left, especially the LGBTQ plus people, mostly the trans people, going out and attacking others when people don't agree with them or what have you, because their points always seem to fall flat, so their only other method is to do violence. So this is not really much of a surprise here, but they are eating each other. They're making themselves be an insane group of mobs that have no rational sense or integrity, or even, God forbid, shown of maturity, and it's all in full display. Alright guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.